Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am Rue, and today we are going to create this look together. It is pretty close to what I had envisioned. It definitely took some finessing to figure out how to get the watercolor effect that I wanted, but we're going to be dipping into the Glamlite paint palette. I haven't played with this one in a hot minute, and honestly this inspiration was from literally this eye's been watering like crazy. Doesn't matter today because this look was inspired by my watery eye. I had like a little spot. I'll pop a picture up of like the photo I took that inspired me. It's not quite the same aesthetic as that photo, but it's pretty close to what I was envisioning this ending up being. I didn't think we were gonna get here, but we did. So if you wanna watch me fumble through this look, let's get started. Hey guys, so my face is already prepped. I did my foundation, concealer, and a light set. I know, who am I doing that before my eye makeup? But today we're kind of doing something pretty different. I haven't done a creative look in a very long time, and my eyes were watering yesterday again, and it messed up my makeup, but actually it messed it up in a way that inspired me. So we're gonna try something a little bit different here. I'm gonna be doing my eye primer, and we're gonna pull it quite a bit out, and I'm gonna pull it all the way up to like my nose bridge, and I'm pulling it up past my brow too. I'm just gonna use my finger. It's gonna look a little messy because I already did my foundation, and this is gonna overlap a little bit of that, but it'll be fine in theory. We'll see how this makeup look turns out. I'm really excited. I haven't really been inspired to do something out of my comfort zone in a while, and I'll probably clean up the foundation a little bit more after, just because of how much this messes it up. If I need to, we'll see. All right, it does look a little bit messy, but we are gonna go with it and hope for the best. So for today's look, we're using the Glamlite paint. This is just the paint palette. I have the Paint Pro as well, but we're gonna use the paint palette, and they're all just literally labeled by the color. So I'm just gonna tell you what color I'm using. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with the yellow. We're gonna go down these shades and then back up. I think. I had a really hard time. I'm gonna go into the yellow. I had a really hard time picking the color story that I would want for what I'm envisioning, but I figured a rainbow would work. I kind of wanted to do fall colors, and then I was also thinking of doing like something inspired by a video game I'm playing, which I'm not gonna tell you too much about because that is still something I might do while recreating this concept. All right, next we're gonna go into orange, and I'm really hoping what I'm envisioning does what I want it to. I'm a little nervous. I feel like I already pulled it out too far. It'll be okay, I hope. I only kind of know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna blend it together a little bit. I might clean up under the eye a little bit before I do the finishing part for the look. We'll see. I really am just winging this look. Now I'm going into red. So yesterday I ran a bunch of errands, and I picked up some props for some product photography for my small business, because I'm trying to photograph different products every month, just kind of what I think would go best based on what I'm kind of theming, so to speak. So for September, for example, I did like familiars and folklore, so it was lots of books for the props and cozy vibes. Obviously October is going to be a little more Halloween inspired. I really hope what I'm thinking will work. We are very much trusting the process right now. I know this looks insane. Next we're gonna go into fuchsia. That's a gorgeous color. Oh yeah, so I was running errands. Going into purple next, and there were so many cool things. I went to HomeSense, and there were so many cool Halloween things. Like, I was obsessed. I wanted to buy it all. I just got chip clips because Halloween shopping is just not in my budget at the moment. Halloween home decor, whatever you want to call it. Going into royal blue next. Yeah, so with errands. We went for sandwiches, which I am celiac, so the fact that I found somewhere that makes like a good sandwich type sub thing, I love it. So we went out for lunch and it was mostly just like generic errands. I needed Home Depot for a few things for my small business. I'm gonna go back into purple and try and get these two blended a bit better. It doesn't matter too much in theory. Again, I don't really know if this look is gonna do what I'm envisioning, but I would like it to blend a little bit better than this. You know what? I'm sure it's fine. Maybe. So now I'm going into the green shade and I'm just packing it all here. I wish I knew how to explain what I'm envisioning because I'm going to be so sad if it doesn't work and then you guys have no idea what I was trying to do and I just look foolish. That'll be fun. Just going back into blue as well and blending these back and forth. Okay guys, here's where either it's gonna come together or it's gonna fall apart. These are the brushes I'm gonna be using. They're all just different sizes of like dense fluffy brushes. I'm not really sure which ones are gonna be the best to use. I'm really hoping that this comes together. I think I'll also grab this one just as an extra, another small dense fluffy brush and some water. We're gonna start with, this is the second smallest one. We're just gonna, I don't want it to drip. I want it to kind of cool. So I know this looks ridiculous, but I'm just kind of using water. Basically, I'm hoping to get a watercolor blend instead of the traditional smooth blend. I want it to like watercolor. See how that's gonna drip? I'm just gonna stop it. That's not what we want. I'm basically gonna get the whole thing damp, being very careful that it doesn't fall too far down. And I'm literally just dipping into the water, picking a little bit up, making sure it's not so much that it's gonna be too drippy. And I'm just, especially where the colors meet, I'm especially getting wet. Just gonna take a look at how it's coming. I'm literally just poking, keeping it wet. I think we should do the edges too. I'm gonna grab a fan. We'll probably have to do this a couple times. Just drying it. I'm also gonna do a little blotting and we're gonna go in again with the water. I'm gonna use a bigger brush this time just to see. Again, I'm literally just winging it and hoping to get the results I want. I think I'm gonna try something a little bit different. We're gonna dry it and then just pool water in just a couple spots because this isn't quite doing what I want. I'm gonna go in with the smaller fluffy dense brush, and we're really going to just drop it in like one specific spot, quite thick, just trying to keep it from dripping. Unfortunately, it is not doing what I planned. I'm gonna go into royal blue and just pop it back down, and then I'm gonna go in with that big dense fluffy brush and try again. I'm just gonna keep blending with water, just going into the green and royal blue just on my fingers. It's not quite what I had planned, but I might still be able to make it into something really cool. So I did end up adding a little bit of salt to my water just because I was thinking like, well, tears are salty, so maybe that's what's missing. I think I figured out what's gonna work actually. So I'm gonna wet the brush, go into yellow, wet the brush again, go into orange, with a little orange still on it, wetting the brush again, going into red. That feels right. That feels like what my makeup felt like with the tears. Doing that exact same thing with all of the colors. So with a wet brush, taking pink, and I'm wiping the brush off a little bit, but not too much because I want those colors to kind of mix together. Okay, this is giving exactly what I was envisioning. Now I'm excited. And blue, royal blue, I should say. Yes, I'm so proud of myself. I'm gonna clean the brush off just because I want that blue to be a little bit more visible. It's starting to look a tiny bit muddy. It's looking a little bit dotty in the blue, so I'm gonna go in with a bigger brush just so it doesn't look so splotchy. There, that looks better already. Wiping a little bit of that blue off and then going into the green. I'm gonna clean it up to here, I think, and then we'll fix the blend again. Yeah, I do like it messy, but this side was just going a little too low, so we're just gonna touch that up. Getting some wet yellow. Why is this so hard? And yeah, I'm just going back into the colors with a very wet brush. This looks freaking cool though. I'm gonna leave it like that, and I'm gonna pick out some brushes for the next step. Okay, I picked out 2 glitters, and then we also might use the gold, the ColourPop glitters. And I've got a couple different small brushes. I'm not really sure what I'm using yet, but these are what I picked. We're gonna start, I think I want to wet just so it picks up a little easier. Just this glitter, it sometimes is hard to pick up, so I added a little water, and we're gonna hope it's gonna work. I think I'm gonna kind of like almost do an outline. Yeah, let's do an outline. And it's okay if that's a little messy too. If this glitter was a little more workable, it would help a lot, but honestly, messy is okay for this look. I'm going back in with a little more water just to keep picking it up and outlining the whole thing. Gosh, I'm just trying to see. It's okay, we'll just use the big mirror. I'm so glad I got it to work. It took a year and a half, but this is basically exactly what I was envisioning, all those different like tones of the colors because of the watercolor, the way it makes, oh, it's gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I'm so excited to finish off this look and see the results because this is so cool. I hope you can kind of see the glitter on camera, and I hope I can glue lashes on just long enough to get my content, like my photos and stuff. All right, we're gonna go into gold, literally the gold shade, and I'm gonna pop that on my inner corner. Okay, and we're gonna clean the face up a little bit, and then I was thinking I'd just do a black in my waterline. Gosh, I'm sorry this wasn't a super chatty video, but this took so much thought and figuring out to get it just the way I wanted it. Hopefully it's still a fun video to watch me mess around with makeup. This was difficult, so I think I want to just finish off the look and not mess it up because I'm actually quite happy with it. We're going to take a little bit more foundation, and we're just going to touch the face up because it did get a little bit messy. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. brow pencil just to touch it up a little bit because I feel like there's some color on it and I just want to re-intensify my brows. I'm just gonna hop off, finish off the look, probably mostly just fix my hair and that sort of thing, and then I'll hop back on and show you the completed look. Okay guys, we are back with the completed look. The only thing I did off camera was I ended up going in with a little bit of this glitter from ColourPop. This one's in 20K1, and I just kind of like dotted it around just to give a little bit of dimension, and then I did my lips as well. So I went in with the ColourPop lippy pencil. This one is Love Bug, and then I topped it with the Blend Bunny Tease lipstick, and that was literally all I did off camera without you guys. So I am so happy we made it to the end result that I was hoping to get. I think this looks really fun and cool and inspiring, and I want to create more looks like this because I really like it. I'd like to try and like make looks like this that are a little bit more wearable for like the everyday, just kind of smaller vibes. I don't know. I definitely want to play more with this aesthetic though. I think it's so fun and I really got to let my creativity flow with it. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we will just go ahead and do my outro. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it wasn't the chattiest video. It took a lot of finessing to figure this out. I don't do these looks super often, but I really enjoy the creative but I really enjoy the creative challenge of looks like this, especially when I was feeling inspired. Like my eye watering, I don't know how my eye watering inspired something like this, but it did, and it was so fun to create. I absolutely would love to do more looks like this. So yeah, it was really fun dipping back into the paint palette. I still have to do my using every shade in the palette, but I think those should be a little bit more wearable looks, so I'm not going to include that in this. This is going to be its own thing, but I'll definitely be dipping into this again to finish off that series as well. I had a lot of fun. The colors worked pretty good. I don't really have any complaints about how the shadows laid down or anything like that. Yeah, so if you enjoyed watching me create this look, let me know down below, because if this is something you guys want to see more of, maybe I can spend more time doing really fun creative looks. I like to do wearable looks just because that's kind of what most people want to learn how to do, but this was a lot of fun and I would love to even just do one of these a month or something like that, just to kind of get creative, have fun, and play around with makeup. So if you want to see more content like this, make sure sure you let me know either by giving this a like, commenting, or if you want to see more of my content in general, please subscribe. That would mean so much to me. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in my next one. Bye!